What is going on, guys? I made a post yesterday on Instagram. Keep getting a lot of different questions and whatnot on single cab. Obviously, I have the Platinum as well, but it seems like the single cab is kind of gaining in popularity. So I'm going to kind of go through and answer all of the questions that I've gotten or know of, and kind of answer any other thing. And if you can think of anything else that you guys want to know about the truck, let me know. This is my 500-mile review. I finally crossed 500 miles on the truck. So, yeah. So I'm going to kind of go in order of the questions that are on the post. And then from there, please excuse the fingers. Yeah. So I'm going to flip it around on the... So obviously, here's the truck right here. It is a 2021 XL package. I got it as minimally optioned as possible. The only option that I did add was the locking rear end, and that is going to get replaced once I actually get to tear into the truck and do the performance modifications. But I wanted the locking rear end just for the sake of being able to see what it can do from the factory, and obviously having both tires being able to do the burnout and have traction from the a launch is crucial at the track. And that's kind of what the purpose of this truck was to build a race truck, that way I don't ruin the Platinum. So the first question was from @StevePera_, and it was, cylinder deactivation, excuse me, on the 5.0. I drive the truck in sport mode non-stop, so I'm about 99% sure that cylinder deactivation doesn't occur when you're in sport mode. So I haven't really had any, noticeably issues or anything like that with the truck. So yeah, it drives amazing as far as that goes. The next question was, do I have an estimated horsepower figure for the build from NMA 05 Photography? It's kind of hard to determine right now, just because we don't know what's going on with the the performance side of it, tuning and all of that stuff. Realistically, my goal whenever I was talking with Josh at Redemption Performance Solutions was to build the fastest Coyote powered F150. And obviously Manuel at Midnight Performance is kind of crushing it right now, and all of his trucks are in the 12 to 1300 horsepower. I believe the ones that are on spray as well are 1200 plus, and he's running 8s. I know that Boosted Abyss, Mike Beavers, and his Redemption Performance Turbo Kit built truck, he did all the other work, engine build and all that, is well into the 14s. He hasn't had it to the track yet. He's still getting everything dialed in because of how much power he makes. So depending on what route we're able to go, I think 1500 is going to be the goal for the power. Like I said, I don't really have a power number in mind. My goal is to turn this truck into a 7-second truck that's still street friendly. Josh and his crew at RPS are going to be handling the full turbo build, as well as the cage. We are going to do an 8.5 cert, and we're going to back half it and 4-link it. So yeah. Big Daddy Kelso asked if they were tinted tails. Yes, they are tinted. If you look, they are obviously tinted. DRL running light still works nice and bright, but they're not just tinted. So if you look closely, you can obviously see the DRL, but the closer you get, it's kind of hard to focus, but it is color match tinted. And then on the inside as well, it has been paint matched. Again, it's kind of hard to get the focus, but you can kind of see a little bit. They're tinted running lights, and it's color match tint, and then everything's painted inside and out. Yeah, and they are the higher trim level tail lights, obviously. Gumshoe_Rick asked if I was using PMAS intake. I actually am, and speaking of, let me show you guys the intake. Obviously, being me, I can't not paint match it. So here's the PMAS. Gives you guys an idea of the color as well. The truck is not black, contrary to what a lot of people think. It is antimatter blue. Obviously in this lighting it looks black, unless the sunlight directly hits it, but as you guys were able to see, and I'll see if I can do this, you can see all of that metal flake, and obviously the truck's dusty, so don't mind that, but it is blue. Yeah. At Jackal_F150, so clean. Thanks, brother. KGOUGH80 said he wasn't a fan of the roll pan, but was dead wrong. So the roll pan is actually for a 15 to 20 truck. It is from RK Sport, and it has been shaved. If you notice, the RK Sport roll pan, typically right there and right there, they've got the same kind of indent that the license plate has. I wanted something smooth, so we shaved and fiberglassed completely smooth, and I had one poor person point out, the fitment's terrible. So the fitment's actually pretty darn spot on. The only issue, and this kind of proves the point that the F-150s are different in 2021, is the body line right here. I did not bother test fitting the roll pan or anything like that prior to getting it painted. I picked the truck up with 7 miles, well, with 2 miles on it, put 5 miles on it, and drove it straight to McAllen to IHC suspension. And I didn't really bother to see if the roll pan would fit or not. I took it straight from the dealership to the suspension shop. So I'm not too bothered by it. I know that RK Sport will be coming out with a roll pan at some point, in which case I'll probably pull this one back off and throw the proper year on there, but it's not noticeable enough for me to be bothered. And 9 out of 10 people, I say 9 out of 10, I've only had one person out of the hundreds that have, commented on the truck point it out, so I'm happy. The Acme Coyote 331s or 355s. So because we're going turbo, and it is, going to be seeing high speeds right now, the truck did have 331s, and it does have the factory e-locker. So yeah, 355s. What I've seen is if you're trapping 150 plus, you're getting into the worst possible gear possible, which is 7th gear. It's a weak spot in the transmission. So yeah. 13_LLIWNAYR headlights. So these are OEM Platinum, Limited, King Ranch, and 502A Lariat headlights. They are also not stock. If you look, obviously I've got the clear reflectors, and again, paint matched. Everything on the truck is paint matched at this point. The other thing, I also have the LED higher level fog lights as well, which again, it's obviously hard to tell, but they are paint matched as well. Where did I get them? They are from eBay. You can get them on eBay, or dealerships are starting to have them in stock as well, I believe. So they're not cheap. You're gonna spend money, but that is part of the game. The paint matching, I did myself. I am Bullseye Retros. I know a lot of people don't know that are new followers. Some people do know that. I still do headlights and emblems and all the other fun stuff, but I just don't post anymore because I've got, a career now, and I just kind of do it as a hobby and for people that I want to do it for. Scott Hazel, what is the wheel and tire size, and who makes the wheels? So the wheels are Shelby American Super Snake wheels from the 08 to 11, actually 08 to 09 F-150 Shelby Super Snakes. It was a package that Shelby America offered with their Mustangs. It was a 33,000 onward package that you would send your 04 to 08 F-150 to Shelby America, and they would do the Whipple supercharger, lower it, throw the wheels on, and all that fun stuff. They are rather rare wheels. There weren't too many of those Super Snake trucks built, So pretty stoked about that. They have also been custom powder coated. That is not the factory Shelby America finish. They do have a, wipe some of the dust off, but if you look closely, you can see they've got a nice, the way that I describe this color, it's very similar to magnetic, and it's got like a tuxedo black metal flake in it. It's absolutely perfect. One of my buddies messaged me, was like, yeah, that's like the matte color. It looks kind of like a brush tinted look, which is perfect. They're 22 by 9.5 inch wheels. Front tires are 285/40 Nitto 420S's. I had those sitting in the storage unit. They're brand new tires. The rears are 305/40 Nitto 420Vs. They're the newest Nittos. And you can see fitment is perfect. It is, you got it, if I come out at an angle you can see, but straight on. Fender flush, which absolutely love. Proper fitment makes a big difference. Diesel Dutch Army. Question, how loaded can you order an F-150 regular cab? How does the roll pan fit? Any better pictures? I've already went over the roll pan. It actually fits absolutely amazing. Like I said, the only downside would be that right there. It's not that noticeable, but nice and tight. It's perfect, in my opinion. It's my truck, so of course I'm gonna think it's perfect, but again, it sits flush with everything, so yeah. As far as how loaded you can get a single cab, like I said, this is a base model, minimal options. I did, oh, and I added the 101 technology package or whatever, so I could have the power seats, or power equipment group is what I added. And then I added the reverse camera, which you can see right there. And the truck also has the reverse sensors, the parking sensors. I didn't put those in the roll pan because I didn't want to. And the reason why I ordered that package was because, gym shoes, was because I wanted to be able to put the bumper, I like the rear bumper, I wanted to be able to put it on the Platinum. The bumpers are different, so I'm not sure if I'm still going to be able to do that after looking at the way that the roll pan fits. I'm going to have to test fit it on the Platinum just to make sure. You know, to answer the how loaded can you order a regular cab, if you look up Lawrence, Boosted Gray Goose on Instagram, his XLT, he got an XLT truck. It's loaded to the gill. It's better option than previous year model Lariats. Silverado _ Adam 9620. I've had my 21 for a few weeks now. How does your transmission feel? Any less clunky? So the transmission feels fine. I don't know if a lot of you guys understand or realize this, but Ford's transmissions, you know, on the new 10 speeds, they kind of self-learn. So, you know, it's going to take 3,000 to 5,000 miles of driving and learning your driving style before it learns, you know, how you like to shift and all of that. Obviously, I've had my truck in sport mode, and it shifts pretty quickly and firmly. Same with my 2018, the Platinum. You know, it drives and shifts excellently. And the only time that I ever have issues is if the wife gets in there and drives it, because she drives substantially more aggressively than I do. So, yeah, I've not had any issues, to answer your question. Alex to AKTIVE, where's the rear bumper? I got rid of it and put a roll pan on there. So, yeah, the bumper is currently in the garage. Cheyenne.d.chicago, very nicely done. How about a video doing a detailed explanation of the suspension work? So I've got 2 videos on YouTube already that kind of show what the suspension is and an overview on it, but I'll kind of go over it again. If you look in there, you can see I've got QA1 coilovers, and up top you can see the custom billet mount, and then it's kind of hard to see. I'll see if I can get in there. The control arms, they are, there you go, the IHC adjustable control arms. And same thing, alignment is absolutely perfect. In the rear, I have that's coming off and getting replaced with a paint match, but same thing. So I've got the IHC, their new track bars. This is their performance kit. It's a 3.5 drop. Super awesome kit. So track bars, it is a flipped kit. And then come back around so you can see the shock setup. Same thing. It is QA1 double adjustable shocks. And the brackets are designed to run a couple different shock lengths. Depending on, you know, if you've already got shocks, like for example, the Platinum has the VAS kit, and I've got the Viking D218s, so I could adjust these hypothetically and run those if I wanted to, but IHC has their kit to run QA1s. And to give you guys an idea of what I was talking about, so you can kind of see, actually you can't really see too well, but there you go. So where the roll pan was shaved, smoothed, and fiberglassed. Truck's still in pretty darn good condition. Like I said, 500, well, it's at 570 miles or something like that now. But don't really, it is not driven in the rain. It shouldn't ever see rain. Yeah. And then, let's see. Go back to the comments. Jake Fair, any updates on tuning and what's the best parts are for you on the 2021 versus 2020? No updates on tuning yet. I know that Whipple has paid their nice big hefty chunk of money to Ford to be able to tune, and they should have their kits. I want to say that I saw Nick say June-ish, and I believe Roush has as well. As far as custom tuning, I don't think Eric Brooks has made any more progress that I know of. I kind of keep an update and try to see what's going on pretty regularly. And I think it's still kind of, Ford is making it super difficult. Yeah, so that's kind of it. Somebody else asked, I'm not going to go look through, but somebody else wanted to see under the hood. Right now it is, because it is what it is, literally a bone stock 5.0. It's actually a little dusty under here. I haven't cleaned under the hood. Yeah, so that's that. And then, so the other questions that I've gotten is, where'd you get your grill? What's done to this? What's done to that? Guys, everything on this truck is OEM Ford except for the roll pan. The grill is an STX grill. It has been fully smoothed, painted, all the whole 9 yards, to include the mesh part. Obviously the headlights, emblem, smoothed and painted American flag. The entire front bumper, smoothed and painted, paint matched. Already discussed the headlights and fog lights. Those are smoothed and painted. You can see that I'm missing the little piece right there. I just picked that up from the paint shop as well. So that's going to be the plan for this weekend, is to get that last little piece installed. I set up an appointment for the dyno shop to take the truck, get a baseline number, as then throw on the PMAS intake to see what gains it'll make from 100% bone stock to the intake. Emblems. Where'd you get your emblems? Me. I did the emblems. They are factory emblems, shaved, fiberglassed, smoothed and painted. Mirrors, fully smoothed and painted. Handles, fully smoothed and painted. This piece, fully smoothed and painted. I do need to polish all of this stuff still. I haven't. The only thing that on the exterior that hasn't been paint matched yet is the third brake light. I'm waiting on my Recon one to get here so that I can smooth and paint it to match everything else, just like I did on the Platinum. Tailgate, factory tailgate. It is emblems and smoothed and painted. The black plastic trim here has been smoothed and painted. Yeah, so that kind of should answer any questions that I've gotten so far. I'll do a quick startup. I don't think that anybody has, well, if you've seen all of my YouTube videos, then you'll know that I I do have a muffler delete, so do that. So yeah, that is the truck. It is blue, it's not black. Inside currently is bone stock. I've still got stickers and shit on there, stickers and beep. I am going to smooth and paint some of the interior plastics, just because I don't like leaving anything stock. I do think that I also will at some point throw on some cat skin seat covers, and that's pretty much going to do it for the aesthetics. The only thing that isn't included in that would obviously be the underhood stuff, which if you guys have seen poor girl's underhood, she's rock chipped like crazy right now after the rally to Big Bend. But if you've seen it, then you know that Josh and his crew build an absolutely gorgeous turbo kit, and that's the plan for this one. So thank you guys for asking all of those questions. It was nice, you know, seeing that the truck is getting all the love and attention that it is. I'm glad that I've kind of been able to do a lot of this stuff as one of the firsts. You know, I've had 3 crew cabs so far, and they've all been pretty much the exact same. But I haven't done a single cab aside from, you know, older trucks, older Lightnings. I am a little upset that, don't mind the pups, a little upset that tuning's not available right now, because the plan was literally to send the truck straight up to Josh and his crew as soon as I got the truck back from suspension. It is what it is. I still have the Platinum to enjoy, so yeah. If you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it. You know, as far as the truck itself, after 500 miles, it is everything that I wanted. You know, the wife absolutely loves the truck as well. She's got her fully built 2nd gen Lightning, and it kind of reminds her of that truck. It's easy to throw around. It's definitely sporty. The suspension is definitely not set up for cornering with the traction bars preloaded. If they're unloaded and some adjustability on the coilovers and the shocks in the rear, I'm sure that it would be great for handling in corners. Right now it just wants to go straight and hook, so it's easy to just throw it around and get sideways. As far as fuel mileage, sport mode, like I said, I don't take it out of sport mode. Right now I'm averaging right at 16.9 miles per gallon. On 87 octane, I haven't put, you know, 93 in it yet or anything like that. There's no real need to. And, you know, as far as driving it with the new suspension, because I haven't, you know, I put 10 miles on it with the factory suspension, it drives pretty much identical to stock as far as ride comfort. It is a little stiffer for obvious reasons, but again, I haven't adjusted the compression or rebound on the coilovers or the double adjustables in the rear. Overall, I would say that the truck is everything that I wanted it to be as far as a new truck. I'm super glad that I didn't cancel the order. I tried canceling like 5 times because we're in the process of building a new house and Kristen wouldn't let me. So yeah, and it's also nice seeing the amount of business that IHC's already gotten, you know, with the amount of posts that my truck's been reshared and all of that, you know. The reason why I post as much as I do and, you know, whatnot, and talk so highly of the truck and the build is because everything on the truck is top of the line components. And I was kind of the test dummy for the suspension. Obviously the paint match and stuff like that, everybody's going to do that and or is doing it. But, you know, it is what it is. I know that there's going to be a lot of trucks here soon that are going to be killers. Leo's got a pretty sharp Velocity Blue truck. And then there was a guy that just got his truck back from IHC, Eric. I think Truck Invasion Eric is his Instagram. Silver truck, fully paint matched as well. it's going to look pretty killer once he gets some wheels on there. Right now it's on the factory 20 Lariat wheels from the 18 to 20 trucks. So it's only a matter of time before a lot of these trucks start popping up and making mine look like everything else. But I was kind of, my goal was to be one of, if not the first, to do all of this stuff. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to have done that. The next is the goal, depending on tuning and how long that's going to be, is if, that's not an option, is to be getting a Whipple for the truck and seeing what we can do with the Whipple. But yeah, that's kind of it. If you guys have any other questions or would like another video, please put in the comment section below what you want to see. Give me ideas for content for you guys. I'd love to keep doing this for you. Thanks. Like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Boom.